Hello there, Philip Nathan here. I'm author of the Living Humanism Guide and this series of Living Humanism videos, seemingly joined by my cat for this video. The goals of supporting well-being for ourselves and all others and reducing pain and suffering are set out in the core principles which underpin the ideas put forward in relation to our personal conduct and behaviour in this Living Humanism framework. This particular video looks at our close personal relationships and our conduct and behaviour in supporting those relationships. Of course, our close personal relationships are crucial to our well-being and happiness, our own personal well-being and happiness, and to the well-being and happiness of those who are close to us. In the first place, the many of us have family, close family, and we act and should act to support those who are in our families as far as we can. And hopefully our families, our parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and more will support us too. We need to provide our family members with love, kindness, and care in the many ways we can, and as far as we can. These are the people who are closest to us and most dependent on us, whether we are acting in the role of parents, children, lovers, brothers or sisters, grandparents or grandchildren, in other familial roles, or as friends and supporters of our family members. The dedication and care shown by almost all parents for our children exemplifies our human care and love for others in our close relationships. While not all of us may wish to have children, and some of us indeed cannot, even if they wish to, nevertheless, for the many of us, we gain some of the deepest human pleasure, joys, fulfillment, and satisfaction, as well as stresses from our children. And of course, bringing up our children is a necessity for our communities, societies, humanity, and for our human survival. So caring for and bringing up our children is a highly desirable thing for us to do, both in terms of supporting our communities, societies beyond, and in terms of achieving our own personal fulfillment, with our need for sex with a partner, our wanting to love and be loved, wanting children, wanting to love and care for them, giving us a sense of place in family, community, and time, being part of our instinctive and desired human living and fulfillment, representing for the very many of us key elements of what we feel and see as complete lives of well-being and happiness. And family and relationship-wise, frequently tied to our giving birth to and raising of our children, of crucial importance to almost all of us will be our sexual partners, our husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, lovers, from whom we will gain great warmth, pleasure, and a sense of fulfillment with, especially in our longer-term relationship, strong bonds of partnership and love between us, which can grow stronger and become long-lasting, though which also may become strained sometimes. Even our closest relationships sometimes coming to an end, often in pain. Nevertheless, we should pursue the love that we, the most of us, so deeply need and be prepared for the pain that might arise. Through such relationships, we can gain the greatest fulfillment ourselves and will support others in achieving such fulfillment and well-being. And in such relationships, we need to be kind, caring, attentive, show empathy and understanding, be supportive of our partners in both practical and emotional ways, show integrity and honesty, and do much more to support our partners such that we can enjoy our closest relationships to the maximum. Then beyond our lovers and partners, we have our friends too, at least for the most of us. Of course, it's possible to become very isolated and alone. Our friends can provide us with great support, a sense of being wanted and belonging within some form of social circle, a feeling that we matter, at least to someone, hopefully to many others. If we have close friends, it's great to know that there's someone, a friend we can talk to, share our thoughts and feelings with, go places with should we want to, share coffees with and perhaps nights out, cheer us up when we feel bad, someone who will stick by us when times are hard, give us help and practical support if we're going through difficult challenges in life. Our friends support our well-being in so many ways, and we support the well-being of our friends. At least we do if we're true friends. Even if we don't see them frequently, they're still there as friends, giving us a form of anchor in our lives alongside our families, our work colleagues, and our other relationships in our lives. Not everyone wants tens or hundreds of friends. Sometimes a small number of friends is sufficient. Hopefully everyone has someone, some friend, and friends can be members of our families. We have someone close who cares for them somewhere. And such friendships enhance our well-being and happiness, both through the giving of friendship and the receiving of friendship. Some people, of course, enjoy being on their own, enjoy their own company more than others do, but on the whole, we all wish for some form of friendship and companionship. Feelings of loneliness and isolation, feeling friendless and having few close contacts in life is generally not pleasant. It can be very painful, sometimes leading us to see ourselves in a very negative light. And so finding friends and companions is for almost all of us a way to support our human well-being and avoid such pain and suffering. Of course, our closest relationships can cause us tremendous pain and suffering too. Losing someone we love, which can occur in many ways, for example, experiencing the pain of loss through the death of a partner, can cause us the deepest of pain. But there's little we can do in such circumstances except endure the deepest pain and aim to carry on, supporting our own well-being and that of others as best we can in such trying, painful circumstances. Rejection in love can be a source of tremendous pain too. We may have loved someone and valued a relationship, that relationship being seen as the most significant in our lives, and to lose that love can be shocking, leading us to feel distraught and broken, leading us to experience severe pain and self-doubt. Usually time will heal such wounds, and we will hopefully have the opportunity to move on to a better future, focusing significantly on our own well-being and happiness, finding new ways forward to enjoy well-being and happiness. If we can, and this may be difficult, unless there's been some significant betrayal, we should try to maintain contact and friendships where we can. But this kind of thing must be down to us as individuals. Our hurt may simply be too painful for us to endure contact with someone who's left us so hurt and in so much pain. But we need to cherish and value our families, our friendships, and all of our relationships, doing whatever we can to support them, be that support emotional, through providing resources, giving love, time and attention, and in other ways. Effective relationships can sometimes take quite a bit of effort and work, but we need to take the time where this is required to focus on building those effective relationships with all the benefits those relationships bring us. So this brief video has talked about those most important and close relationships in our lives, families, friends, lovers, and partners, who are generally fundamental to our well-being and the well-being of those with whom we have such relationships. Again, perhaps a bit obvious, but then our conduct in these relationships matters. And these relationships are generally fundamental to how we feel in our lives, about our lives, our well-being and happiness. We generally benefit from having such relationships and should, as necessary, and pursue and maintain our friendships and other relationships as much as we can. Such fundamental relationships and our conduct in these relationships cannot be ignored and needs to support our well-being and happiness as far as possible. As with other videos in this series, more information about our personal conduct and our personal relationships, particularly in terms of supporting our well-being and happiness, is provided in the Living Humanism book guides. The next video goes on to look at our relationships, conduct and behavior in our broader communities, societies and beyond, our support for which enhances our own well-being and the well-being of others. Thanks again. If you have comments, criticisms and more, then please put them in the chat below the video, this video. Thanks again for listening.